Yeah! What's happening? It's Jareth back at it with some Marvel Snap today, and in today's video we are doing some celebration. We have heard some news that the Nexus events have been scrapped essentially. So if you've been around the last week or so, you know that our hosts and second dinner did end up canceling the Nexus events, and just was, in my opinion, probably the best course of action. And the Mighty Jane Foster was a little bit of a okay card, so the fact that she was stuck behind such a huge paywall was a big deterrence for a lot of players, and very happy to see that they're making that adjustment to kind of get rid of them and change the monetization a little bit more. So if you haven't heard, we have just recently found out that the Mighty Thor Jane Foster is going to be added as a free card, added later into the game at a pool 3 kind of card. So pretty nice that Second Dinner again is really offering us a card in this variety, and also offering refunds for whoever spent gold during that Nexus event. So we are celebrating. We are playing with Jane Foster, the Mighty Thor, to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek of maybe a deck you can utilize once you unlock Jane Foster, hoping that within the next couple of days into next week, maybe when the season ends in a few days, we will see Jane get added into the collection pool. So today's video again is featuring Thor. So we got both Thors on our deck. So our deck is titled Thor Squared. So if you guys don't know, Jane Foster is a 5 mana, 8 power creature, and she offers this on reveal effect of drawing all cards that cost 0 from our deck. So if you remember and do have the regular Thor unlocked, you will know that the Mjolnir is a 0 mana, 0 power card, but easily gets pulled with Jane Foster. So we are looking to capitalize with the double Thor action and hoping to pull Mjolnir out of our deck once we put down Thor into the Mighty Thor. So to give you more context, he shuffles Mjolnir into our deck for Mr. Thor here, and when Mjolnir is revealed, we get +6 power to Thor. So pretty nice effect if we're able to play Thor on turn 4 and the Mighty Thor on turn 5. Turn 6 looks pretty nice when we're able to drop our hammer and essentially rock up some power points. So rocking the 2 Thors, we need to know what's in the rest of the deck. We are pretty much going with a Bishop Angela combo in order to maximize the amount of cards we're playing, as the top end of our curve is just the 2 Thors. So Bishop, adding 1 power to him each time a card is played is pretty nice, especially when we're able to really flood out our hand into the earlier/later turns. So turn 4 and 5, we like to play Thor and the Mighty Thor. Turn 6, we like to drop the rest of our hand, whatever's left. Angela, also a key component to this deck. So when you play a card here, +2 power works really nice when we're able to throw a lot into her zone and get her pumped up. Some tech-related cards, we got Scorpion in this deck. So Scorpion's just pretty nice, as he's offering an on-reveal effect of making our opponent's hand -1 power for whatever is in there. So pretty nice addition to this deck. Mojo is in here as well. Reasons being is we want to really maximize where we're not playing our Thors. So a lot of the times those zones can be a little bit smaller. So if we're able to kind of trick our opponents into playing their full hand out into the zone as well, Mojo's going to get quite the buff with +6 power. Goose, so Duck Duck Goose, we got this new card in our deck as well. So Goose is interesting effect of ongoing, nobody can play 4, 5, or 6 cost cards at this location. So good way to kind of deter our opponents a little bit more so playing on a certain zone, and is nice when we're dropping Thors on the other locations and Goose with some friends in order to hopefully secure that location. Some nice 1-drops, we got a lot of them in this deck. We could argue that Khazar could be thrown in here, but we pretty much wanted to fill it up with the Thors, right? So a Nightcrawler, a great card, being able to move him once is really nice combination with Angela. Like to see that combo. Iceman for some additional disruptive elements, making a random card in your opponent's hand cost 1 more is a really nice addition. Ant-Man, oh, where'd you go, Ant-Man? Get back in there. So Ant-Man is pretty nice as he's just adding more power if he has a filled up zone. So really nice when we're able to do so, and just offers a lot of power for 1 mana, so not too bad. Lastly, we got some zero costers in our deck. So if you remember, Jane Foster is pulling these out of our deck when they are when she is played. So in case we need some additional power for Bishop and Angela, we can drop the likes of Yellow Jacket and Wasp. A little bit of weaker creatures, but we're really hoping to capitalize with Bishop and Angela in order to kind of maximize that play out value. So overall, that's what we got for you guys today. A little bit of celebratory action with Thor squared. So fun addition that you can start off once you unlock Jane Foster, and we can kind of see what power level she's going to get played at, and if she's going to be a worthy addition into some of our decks in the future. So that's what we got for you guys today. We are going to go and head on over to the gameplay. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more, and we'll see you over in the games. Thanks, guys. Alrighty, guys, game 1 here for you, featuring Thor squared. We are looking to go against Cass here, and Jotunheim is our first location. So opening hand is looking pretty smooth. We got Angela and Bishop with Nightcrawler as well, so some pretty nice things we can do with this combo. I will say let's drop Angela down first, and we didn't put her into the Hellfire Club as we do have, you know, a nice 1-coster in Nightcrawler that we do want to transition a little bit more so. So we're going to drop Angela on the right side, and hopefully we don't get any bad location flips, but we'll see how it's turning out. What you got for us, Cass? But turning out into our next couple plays, Bishop is definitely going to be our next player for sure. We may do something a little different. We usually like to drop them into the Angela lane as well, but the fact that our hand is looking not so top curve heavy means we may have to do something a little different. You got Attillion though. I actually don't mind Attillion. We could drop our Yellow Jacket now. I kind of want to drop the Yellow Jacket just because Attillion is going to shuffle our hand away, and I would rather have one of the Thors get into our hand versus potentially being Yellow Jacket again. So Yellow Jacket will at least buff up Angela a point and Bishop up a point as well. All right, let's see if we get a nice shuffling here. So we did not draw into the regular Thor, so our curve is looking decent. Could be a little bit better, but we will do what we can, right? We'll go ahead and Scorpion with Nightcrawler here, buff up our Angel a little bit more so. Take that, opponent. Buff up a little bit more. Morbius. So opponent's got some sort of discard deck. Not what we always like to see, but we will make do. What is our opponent planning on doing though? Maybe we do... I'm not too upset about the Jane Foster over in Jotunheim. Unfortunately, we'll go down a peg during this turn, but might be able to sneak out some power over here early, and she is getting Wasp out of our deck as well to buff up our Bishop later into this as well. Dr. Octopus from our opponent, and we got our last turn here. So what is our opponent thinking about doing here? I would like to do something like this. Throw Mojo over here. Or actually, Mojo, Ant-Man, Wasp, Iceman. So we can't play Ant-Man in the middle, otherwise we definitely would want to. Mojo, we're just kind of hoping he's going to get buffed up by our opponents playing into the Hellfire Club, but we will see. We will see here. Mojo, buff up Bishop, Ant-Man. Maybe ensuring our victory over on Tillion. They decided not to play anything there. Blade. Okay, Sif. Swarm. Very nice. So didn't get to play the Thor combo with Mjolnir in this one, but overall did not matter. We have Bishop and Angela to really maximize our progress, and the fact that Jane is pulling out our zero costers means we get some more bonuses for our key payoffs in Bishop and Angela. So not too bad on game 1, guys. Let's get you over to game 2 for some more Thor squared. All right, guys, game 2 here for you. We are facing Mach 0 in this one. Okay, so opening hand, not too shabby. We got Bishop, Ant-Man, Nightcrawler, Scorpion. So I like this hand initially. We'll go ahead and hold off for now. Our opponent is rocking the Hood, so hopefully they don't want to send this over with a Viper, but we will kind of play out accordingly just in case. Scorpion, there's a Demon, there's an Iceman, so maybe this is a pick 'em up kind of deck. Some Beast and Falcon would be my initial guess. We'll definitely drop Bishop. Yep, there's Korg, I imagine here's Beast, yep. So they're picking up all their 1-drops again, but no payoffs in Collector for them. So hopefully that means we see some better potential. We got Dracula from the Mansion, so that's actually pretty cool. So we could try to lock up the Hellfire Club a little bit with Goose right here. And what else do we want to do? Ant-Man. Not bad. Goose. And Ant-Man. Oh no, the green Gobby. Oh. A little stinker. Alright, yeah, you can make the Rock cost more. I don't want the Rock anyways. Okay, so we have not the best looking hand right now, honestly. Well, we kind of have to play our Jane. Unfortunately, I don't think our Dracula is really going to get much advantage this time around, but do what we got to do, right? Hazmat, uh-oh. Carnage, interesting, so not a collector deck. Really looking to drop those 1-costers into us though, huh? So we got Thor. We're not going to be able to play where Goose is, so let's do Yellow Jacket over here, and then we're just going to Dracula is not going to do much for us here, guys. We can't play our 1-coster there, so we'll do something like that, and we'll put it on the Dream, right? Dream, dream, dream. Is it enough? Face the Knights of Asgard. Nightcrawler. And Wasp. Wow. Wow, turned into the rock at the end to get rid of that -1 from Hazmat. So, interesting game. We definitely barely snuck it out, but hey, that's okay sometimes. That's all you need is 1 point or 2 points to make or break that victory. So, not bad. We'll get you over to game 3 for some more Thor squared. We'll see you over there, guys. All right, guys, game 3, we are facing Dwayne. Okay, so opening hand, we are looking pretty light with Wasp, Goose, Ant-Man, and Angela on our draw. So I like Angela for sure. We're going to hold off and play on turn 2 instead. So Angela, we definitely want you down now. We'll hold off on Wasp until we maybe get a Bishop for a nice buff up. A lot of destroy effects going on this time around, so I do like Goose over here, so we can kind of lock up the zone, and I will actually choose to put Iceman over on Hala, as this might be able to better impact us over on this side as well. Mantis and Forge from our opponent. Okay. So they stole a card from us. We got the Murder World, not destroying much. Okay, what do we got here? Scorpion. I actually do want to put Scorpion out right now. I might even put out the Ant-Man over here just because we're not going to have a ton of power, and I would rather have something versus not. Dropping our Quantum Realm team. We'll see if this works out. Namor, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Really? That's unfortunate. Alright, so we're really hoping on a dream now. That really turned us down quite a bit. Thor, Lady Jane Foster here is not going to get much out for us, but we're going to stick with it. If we're able to maybe outpower the Murder World. Oh my gosh, come on, opponent. Know exactly what I'm playing here. Alright, so Groot not growing for them. This is it. Opponent snaps. Well, we're not going to snap back, but is 6 power on top of our 8 power going to do it? We will see. Star-Lord, I think we got it. Oof, it was close. It was close. So no Mjolnir action this one, but we did get to secure the victory with Xandar over here, and Thor is coming in clutch in the middle location to secure that victory. So not bad. We were a little nervous there with that Namor being dropped, but luckily it did not matter for us in this one. But not bad, guys. Let's get you over to game 4. Alrighty, guys. Game 4 for Thor squared. Opening hand for this one, we are looking at an Angela, Wasp, Nightcrawler, and Iceman. So some pretty good key players to buff up our Angela, so we will hold off turn 1. We could have maybe played Iceman if we kind of wanted to disrupt him a little bit early, but in case we draw into a Bishop, I would like to get him a little bit more buffed up with that additional power. But Wasp later. My secret power is that I get things done. Nice. Alrighty, what you got for us, opponent? Okay. Another Hala. We're gonna see if we can drop our bombs in this one. So even if they get destroyed, they are not too worried about it because of Colossus. We are looking pretty good, though. We just drew Thor, and we have the Mighty Jane Foster in hand as well. We're definitely going to be playing those in the Crimson Cosmos. So for now, we are just going to flood out into Hala. Yes, I do believe. I do believe. I like this just because we are going to get Angela nice and buffed, and Nightcrawler can slot out of there, so in case we need to audible and our opponent plays something pretty heavy here, we can play Thor into the middle location. I would much rather put him over here on the Crimson Cosmos, but in case we need to secure victory in the middle, we will drop Thor in the middle. Okay, fact that our opponent played a Punisher does make me a little nervous. Oh boy, yeah, that's scary. Oh no, I just realized Dream Dimension is going to lock out us from getting Mjolnir out of our deck because we're not going to be able to play Jane on turn 5. So here's what we're going to do. Put you over there, put you back over there, do that instead. And we're going to hope. We're going to hope. I doubt our opponent wants to lose the Punisher, so they're going to be playing here in the middle too, more than likely. It'd be sweet if they just decided to drop an armor and protect us both, but we'll see. Mjolnir to me. Oh, I was right. They're playing a Destroyer deck. Okay. Well, let's see. Can we beat Destroyer? We got Goose. We got a Goose. So, okay. What can we do here? If we play Goose out, that is going to lock up 4, 5s, and 6s. So therefore, they're going to have to play on the Crimson Cosmos. Is that going to work for us? We don't want to play over here now because they are only going to be able to play their big Destroyer over on this side. So can we lock up the Dream Dimension? We will see. A Captain America from our opponent. So we are tied out in the middle. Bishop. Not the card we wanted to see, unfortunately. This is looking like a surrender, guys. If our opponent has Destroyer in hand, they got 5 cards in hand, 3 in deck. It's pretty likely. So they have to play it over here. We cannot beat the tiebreaker more than likely because 16 power into our 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No. Unfortunately, this is going to be a surrender on this one, but overall, not bad. If we were able to, beat them out by 1 more power here in the middle, we could have stuck in and stayed around, but that's okay. We are going to go ahead and just retreat on this one. We knew it wasn't looking too good for us, but that's what we got for this one. Let's get you over to one more game, guys. Alrighty, guys, last one for you featuring Thor Squared. We are facing Shirograth. Alright, so opening hand we have Wasp, Yellow Jacket, Nightcrawler, Thor. So not bad. We would love to see some of our bigger playoffs in Angela and Bishop, but we do have Thor in hand. So if we're able to pull Jane Foster, we can potentially get some nice Mjolnir plays. The fact that Attilan is showing on this game means that we might be able to do some shuffling to our advantage. On turn 4, shuffle your hand. So that means we're going to get rid of Thor when we don't want him gone, but we'll see how it goes. For now, we're just going to drop Nightcrawler, get him out there, and at least get him started. Opponent is rocking a Sentinel. So maybe a collector deck of some sort. Man, oh, well, hopefully they decide to Scarlet Witch this Atilian or something, because I would love to maintain our 2 Thors in hand. Oh, hey, Lola. So we got our own little goose right here. All right, so let's see here. We could drop our Mojo. Maybe we do Mojo over here. I don't usually like playing Mojo early, though, just because, you know, our opponents tend to not want to play there after we drop him. But you're going to join us for this game? Yeah. Okay. So we decided to skip our turn. I would much rather just see what our opponents are getting themselves into. Wow, some big 6 drops from that mansion pull. All right. Yeah, that did not turn out entirely in our favor, but we'll drop the Bishop, Iceman, and we will get Wasp out as well. Get some potential bigger plays with Bishop, Iceman, and whatnot. Those Doombots were pretty nice, spreading out the love a little bit, though, so not too upset about it. Bishop. Interesting. There's Thor. So, Thor. Mojo, I think, is the better play. But we could do him on turn 6 instead once we know what our opponent's doing. So I actually don't mind Thor over here on the right side. And we can kind of keep this middle location as a flex, as our opponent doesn't look like they want to play in either, or in the middle at all. So that might positively impact us. Ant-Man. Okay. So can Mojo beat out these guys over here? So we got 2 cards in hand. Our opponent's got 3. Let's say they drop them all. They're going to go up to 18 over here. So do we have enough? We are at 8 right now. We're going to go to 16, 17, 18. Are we going to tie? Oh, doesn't matter. Our opponents mathed it out a little faster than us maybe and decided it was not worth it. So not too bad, guys. We got to play around with some Thors, and it was fun to at least try it out. Sometimes this particular deck, you will get the combo of both the Thors and get to drop the hammer on turn 6, but not all the time, as you can imagine. But overall, I think this is a good entry kind of deck into Pool 3 once you're able to get access to some of our, Quantum Realm team with the likes of Ant-Man, Wasp, and Yellow Jacket. Some nice 0 drops to pull out of our deck. Bishop and Angela being some very crucial cards, and if you guys played the Khazar Zoo decks, very, very familiar with how this playstyle kind of works. But top end of our curve being both of those Thors is a lot of fun, and you can rock out some sweet victories with Mjolnir being played as well. But overall, that is what we got for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more. I've been really enjoying continuing the Marvel Snap gameplay for you guys, and I hope that you stick around, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks again, guys.